Hey everyone, it's Matt aka Tech Ranger, and today I wanted to make a quick video going over what you need to do to actually prepare for that storage space increase coming to Fallout 4 on the Xbox Series consoles, as well as a couple things that I noticed when I was actually managing my load order after this first patch that happened in November post Creations Update. The storage space increase got moved to the December patch. No official date on that yet, but I'll update the pinned comment if I see one. This most recent patch that we got post Creations was focused more on stability. There was an issue I had when Creations first dropped, and that really wasn't fixed, but there is a silver lining to it, which we'll go over first. When I was looking at my load order after this update, I still noticed that I had a lot of mods that just had the file names and no thumbnails. The good news is that these mods could be used in-game. In fact, I saw all of these pretty much on display in-game. However, as far as managing the list, not so much. I was not able to actually delete anything because Creations just didn't seem to recognize that those mods were actually there, even though they were. So to fix this, I figured I just needed to delete my reserve space and then re-download everything, but then I remembered this load order feature, which is actually something Bethesda is recommending for people ahead of the storage space increase. So in the Creations menu, pull up your load order and you'll see this load order archive icon in the bottom of the screen. Press the view button to activate that on Xbox, and you can actually save your load order to Bethesda.net. So after I did that, I cleared my reserve space as normal by going into My Games and Apps, clicking on the icon for the game, going down to Save Data, and then getting rid of that reserve space. So when you hop back into Creations, you'll see that you have a clean slate here, and that if you didn't do this prior, you just have to reinstall everything yourself, but we can actually restore our load order that we just saved. And this is cool because it'll just go into that process of just downloading everything. So another thing I mentioned in that last load order video was actually all the Creation Club content. There was a menu option where you could just download all those. That's essentially like what this is doing, just with your load order. The mods that I had in my list, just with the file names and no thumbnails next to them, those did not download, but everything else seemed to. The ones with the actual titles and thumbnails. This process could take several minutes depending on how many mods you had and like how big they were. And when it comes to the storage space increase, if you do this after that and you have a lot of stuff, this could take quite a while. And there's always that fear that if you're in a menu like this for a while and you get disconnected or something like that, then the whole process could be kaput. Also a chance if you're downloading a lot of stuff, it could just be a jumbled mess when you go to restore it, as I've heard from a lot of people. But this could be a way to focus on some of the larger mods in your list and save it through this. Your list as it is will be reset with this update, so having another option is a good idea. This would be a good thing to try out if you just wanted a copy of your list as it is, just so you have it saved somewhere else. But it's always a good idea to have a recording, some screenshots, maybe a spreadsheet somewhere with all of your mods, so that you can go and find those if you need to reinstall them. Now, concerning the update for the storage space increase, they specifically mentioned that saves made prior to November 10th, which is when Fallout 4 Creations launched, might have some issues actually loading a save with mods. Now, if you haven't played with mods, I think you're probably going to be fine. If you do and have saves after that date, maybe you play with mods, you're probably also going to be fine. This is more for people who maybe have not played the game in a long time and are just coming back to the game. Maybe they catch Season 2 of the Fallout TV show and they're like, hey, I want to load up Fallout 4 again. Those people might have some issues loading saves with mods if they have played with mods in the past. So if you haven't already and you play with mods and have several different characters, I would load up those saves and just make another hard save or two just so you have it, because a lot of those older saves prior to November 10th will probably become corrupted. They just said in this post here that it would actually be impacted, so I don't know if that necessarily means corrupted or if it's just like there might be some weird things that happen on those saves. We don't know until we know. That part's kind of par for the course as far as mods go. Since mods are kind of getting separated from that save partition, that could have something to do with it too, like the location of where those mods are. Regardless, hop on the game and make some extra saves for your characters so you won't be impacted. So that was pretty much it. There's not a ton to go over at the moment with Fallout 4, just because we're kind of waiting for that storage space increase. But when it happens, I'll be sure to make a video on it. There's a chance that I might not be around when it actually drops, but whenever I get around to my computer and the Xbox, I will make a video going over all the things that I encounter. For those in the States, I hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving, but that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.